Get over here. All right, guys, we're here to go ahead and see Underwater. Rotten Tomato score is 50%. So with that being said, really interested to see what it is. Audience review was 68, so we'll see if it's gonna be a great movie or not. Hopefully I don't have the ugly face after it's all said and done. Bye.
Hey everybody, we are back. We are the Tall Table. And we are here to review Underwater with Kristen Stewart. And I think the general consensus is that we disagree with Rotten Tomatoes.
68 with Rotten Tomatoes, but the other, I go with Google's audience.
Oh,
so
okay.
Google's audience was, I see that they are a lot more aligned.
So what was Google's?
86.
Oh, 86, yeah. That makes a lot more sense.
86, so it was, I completely agree with Google. I mean, it was one of those movies where I felt that the cast were extremely strong, outside of everything else.
Yeah. I thought Kristen Stewart did an excellent job with this movie.
I like the fast pace of the movie a lot.
The fast pace.
Yeah, I like that we didn't learn like any of the characters. I thought it was going to be like Deep Blue Sea or whatever, where you're learning all those characters and then everybody starts dying midway through the movie. So we got an hour of characters, but no, this movie just threw you right in.
Well, that's what's so ironic is Terry and I, we sometimes watch a series of movies just for the heck of it, and we just went through the underwater disaster movies
well,
recently.
As soon as I saw this trailer like a couple of weeks ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to get into that watery spirit. So I watched Leviathan, and I watched Deep Star 6 or Deep Star 6.
I don't remember.
And we watched both of them, and they both were out on the same year. If I'm not mistaken, I think
time ago.
I think it was 89.
80s. Yeah, they're long. They're old.
I believe they both came out in 1989, but this movie was way better than both combined.
Yeah, the thing was so funny was, you know, when you're sitting there, we all know we're there to do the review, and we're there to be entertained.
Yes.
But I'm sure I'm not the only one with it in the back of my head. What am I going to rate this? What am I going to rate this? So when Ray said that they had the lower score for Rotten Tomatoes, I kept waiting like, okay, when is this going to get bad?
Right.
Because it never got bad.
No. It never ever got bad, you know, and they said, you know, the direction of the movie was great. The cast was extremely strong, but it was the typical underwater movie, which I didn't get that from at all.
It had a giant plot hole to me.
Oh,
like when she went upstairs and she saw the graphs, there was like a picture of one of the monsters on the graphs. I don't know if you guys caught that.
No.
When they first went to go put the suits.
Towards the end, when I think it was her, she was looking at when she got the captain's thing.
When she went to his locker.
Yeah, when she went to his locker, there was a picture, and she had a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
he had a drawing.
He already knew who it was.
There was like a huge plot hole. He was acting down there like he didn't know.
What was going on.
Well, maybe that was classified. And just so you know, we're not giving out anything that wasn't shown in the trailers. You saw there was a creature or creatures that was in the trailer. So this is a spoiler-free review.
Yep.
But yeah,
I think plot holes were a giant thing.
Really? So there was more than one?
It kind of skipped along. That was a huge enough plot hole for me. Like it seemed like he was down there to do something, but maybe it leaves it open for a part 2.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Well, the ending did, because we saw in the newspaper things that the company was going to rebuild.
Yeah.
And they're classifying
They're classifying
the ones doing the
everything.
recovery and all that stuff. So I mean,
the other thing is with what you guys said, going back to the cast real quick, I find it funny when you have a star-studded cast like T.J. Miller.
We're gonna do this. Let's do this.
And all of these different ones. Sometimes what we expect from them being these high superstar having great roles like he did in Deadpool, they get lost in the movie. I think that each one of the people, each one of the actors, actresses that were in there, they developed them enough. It wasn't like all of a sudden they ran and all of a sudden they just...
Yeah, the only negative thing that I have is that he's one of those comedian type characters that's the same character. And
that's what I was thinking too.
As soon as you see him, you know what he's going to do. He's going to have funny lines. He's going to.
But you know what?
He did a bad job.
He didn't do a bad job, but I think he played to his part even that much more, because it's like you're underwater for that amount of time. So it's like he was going slightly insane.
It was nice having it.
Yes, having it.
Yeah, if anything, without him, the movie wouldn't have been as funny or as good.
Oh, definitely. He was that relief period, I think, from all the suspense. Because I know they were laughing at me. I jumped probably about 6 times during this movie, and usually I don't jump that badly.
But hold on,
I'll usually jolt or something, but I mean, I jumped out of my chair.
I swear.
But hold on, but the thing that I found so great, it brought us back to like old movies for me, because for me, you didn't see a lot of the monster until the end. all the jump scares were just little things. The way that they were playing with the
No,
camera.
jump. Mike jumped big.
Yeah, the way
He
they
jumped real
the
big.
camera.
It was often creature related. I will just say that.
But
For
the
me,
little creature didn't show up until like 45 minutes.
Yes, we
Into
don't want
the
to give
movie.
away too much
I'm
detail.
just saying. It was filmed very, very good. It was so well done.
Yeah.
You know what I will tell you? When you see in the trailer, you see Kristen Stewart looking around because the water's leaking. I'm just going to tell you one of the cool things is that's the beginning of the movie. And I really don't think that's a spoiler. That's the beginning, and it takes off from there. Boom. Just,
You
yes.
built the character, you built the story. From that, you're just like, okay, she's now brushing her teeth.
Yes.
And it's like, okay.
For just 30 seconds or something.
And then it goes
then
in
the
your
water
face. There it
starts.
comes.
Yeah, drip, drip.
Okay, so would this increase Kristen Stewart's
Christian Stewart.
I'm
The-
trying to see.
the young
Will
lady.
it, yeah, will
The
it,
lady.
will,
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kristen Stewart. Will this increase how you see her? Will this increase her?
I feel that with me, it was her acting chops definitely did come out.
Yeah.
You know, she actually showed very strong parts. You know, she's very diligent, overcoming fears because of a lot of the different things that she had to go ahead and go through. So for me, yes, you know, I was my first bad thought said it was like, oh God, really? Because her in Twilight. You know, I was just like,
Y'all always say that she has the same.
and then she has the shit face.
The ends, and we just put out that the ends of our table are not huge fans of Kristen Stewart.
I just not a
I am
fan
now.
of her face.
I am.
That's what I was
That's what I'm
asking.
saying, I am
Like,
now.
will this increase how you feel? About
Absolutely.
it?
She was like a negative
Yeah. Will this
Oh.
increase how? Would this increase her popularity
in our eyes.
In our our
to me it
In
does.
our eyes.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her acting thing.
She was a -8. Now she's a strong 6 or 7 with me now off of this.
To me, this was the first movie she led in. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Well, Twilight Zone, she was kind of the lead character.
Yeah, but wasn't she the lead character?
I kind of thought
The
that
whole
the
story
I thought it was.
revolved
I
around
thought
her.
the
It did.
really.
Yeah, Twilight was
the
about her.
whole story. I thought it was about. I thought it was about the vampire.
I thought it was about. I thought when I'm in agreement with you. I thought it was
Vampires.
when the vampires and thing. It was this fight between them, and
But it was
they
all
took
because
over
of her.
liking over they. And that even with me, it's not.
But it's all
No,
because of her.
okay, hold on. That's no.
All right, we're not gonna get
Let's
the
not-
Twilight.
yes,
Let's
we're
stick
not-
to underwater because we
Okay,
can get all of
yeah.
that.
I wish you got that.
She was looking good in the movie though, so if you're into
Oh,
that,
yes, she is.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
stayed in
Good shape.
panties
Really
and
good
a
shape.
bra, pretty much.
And she looked like 29.
She wasn't looking like a little boy anymore, you know.
Well, okay.
But that's my opinion.
Yes, she could.
Especially
She
with
can
the
get
short.
I would say go see this movie.
Yes, for sure.
If you have if you are looking for a good date night movie, I think this is a good date because the girl's gonna be jumping the whole time.
yeah.
It's
So-
a good date night.
Is
movie.
this a movie for the theater or for streaming?
Oh,
Both.
definitely.
For the theater.
Both. 100.
Yeah.
I
100%
think we all
both.
agree about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100% both. Like, hey, it will be one of those movies that I will say that I will, when it comes out on, you know, whether streaming or cable or whatever, I will watch
You'll
it.
gladly see it again.
Absolutely.
I'll actually gladly see it again.
And
it's been so rare. Like lately, the movies that we've been seeing, I didn't care if I saw it again.
Right.
Even if I rated it pretty high.
Right.
This one, I would gladly see again.
This one, and I would make recommendations, especially if, you know, I'm leaving here and everybody's, what's a good movie? I'd be like, Underwater.
Yeah,
Sure. So, yes.
There were times when my feet were like going back and forth, and I was twisting my arms. I mean, I was
were
You know what part got me when they
Hot
were
ass mess.
in the little tunnel? Because I'm a little claustrophobic. When they were in the tunnel, that I was like, all right, I want to get out of this tunnel. Like, I don't like this. I imagined myself in there, and I was like, dude, I would have looked back and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
So, do we have any pros and cons? Shall we try the pros
We
and
have
cons
pros.
thing?
We have
Cats
pros and
was
cons.
pro.
It's well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the cons?
Her face.
Yeah, were there any cons?
I'm kidding. No, the con was the story plot hole to me. Like the gigantic plot hole. Because the captain knew exactly what was going on, what he was drilling, and we didn't get any insight into that at all.
Well, you know, with me, I think.
My con is stop killing the black people first.
That too. What was up with that?
Cut. Okay, we are back. So Terry has something to say.
I was gonna say my con is stop killing the black people
I would
first.
agree with that.
I will agree with that too.
But you know what? On top of that, killing him,
Although we
killing.
just gave away a spoiler, so when they see the movie.
That's not really a spoiler.
No, it's not spoiler.
Most people know black people
He's
get
gonna die
if you
first.
got one
You
black
have
person-
one token black person that's in there. He's going to get injured or die first.
Everybody.
Every time.
So
And he saved the white girl.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Because he knew. But we're not going to go into it. We're not going to go into it.
But no, we're not going to let anybody else spoiler.
Yeah, but that's often one of the things that is said is that when a black guy dies, he's usually saving the place of a white person.
Yeah.
Yes.
In movie after movie after movie.
He actually did die first, but then it was just like he just walked around like he didn't know nothing.
Well,
like it seemed like everybody else had a point and had a position, and with him, he was
like the night shift crew.
Yeah.
Like the night shift assembly.
Like,
Which is what he was, though. That's what he said he was.
Okay.
He said he's usually on the night shift.
But he didn't know how to do nothing. He didn't know how to open doors. He could just only thing he could do is just evaluate a
You know
helmet.
why? He was probably one of the minor people and not into the actual
He could have been like an
organization.
assembler or mechanic.
Yeah.
Everybody else was engineer.
I thought he was a fascinating character for the brief
They
time
could
that
have
he
gave
was
him
on.
much more of a higher quality.
They could have made him dissected or something.
Okay. All right, so I thought we would do something different. Instead of saying stars, let's say fish. How many fish would we give this movie?
Fish.
Because it's an underwater movie.
Oh, okay.
You gonna make fish?
Yes, I'm going to make fish
Oh my
graphics.
god.
Do not have them floating.
I'm going to have custom
Jesus
graphics
God.
for each of our
Oh
movies.
my god, okay, fish floating.
So
Okay.
I would give it 4 fish.
4 fish?
4
Okay.
catfish.
I'm gonna give it 9 fish.
I'm gonna give it 4 tunas.
All right, so we have a 4. We have a 4. I'm going to give it a 4.5 fish.
I'm gonna give it 4.5. 420.
425 fishes.
Average.
4.2.
We really liked this movie.
Yes.
We highly recommend it for you. We say go to the theater.
Yep.
We're giving it a lot of fish.
Let us know how many fish you give it.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the movie.
We-
What other movies we should be watching.
Yeah.
And we are done.
We're
That's
done.
it.
Like and
And subscribe. Bye.
Click over there. Click over there.
Click everywhere.
Click
Click on.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh!
Okay.
Man, titties.
Everywhere.